I feel like Cody's a little bit smaller, but I feel like this.
He's bigger than he used to be.
Well, yeah.
He got big titties. He
Jesus,
tore one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's just, that's just.
Yo, guess who? Oh God, ew, no. Yo. Hey, we back in the studio with Justin. No, Jesus have mercy. I'm so sorry. This is so bad.
Take 3.
Y'all have no idea how, for some reason, how hard it is for me to do intro. I feel like I can just talk off the rip and do all kind of.
And then
crazy
when
things.
starting it's when
Starting the episode is hard. But anyways, we're back in the studio for the first time in 2 weeks. And next week is when Rana comes back, just so y'all know. So we're really going to be back to a full production setup. But for now, this is HCW HEAT, broadcasting on your street, presented by Off the Rope.
There goes the neighborhood.
You remembered.
I do, because I edit every week.
I'm Josh Cage. That's Justin Potter. Nobody's behind the camera, not even Rana. But this is episode 8. We're super excited to get back to you. We literally haven't been in here in 2 weeks since the last time we sat in these chairs.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. It's been very, very difficult for me to, keep up with the shorts and the clips and not get burnout. So you guys are definitely going to be seeing some clips coming back. I'm going to be using a new tool to kind of help me get through that process, because if y'all don't know, I edit all the short form content for HCW. I wear many hats while also writing all the different stuff, which HCW HEAT, you guys will see soon enough, is more of a supplemental just for fun show for us. We have other content that's being developed.
We got a lot of stuff. Hopefully it'll be coming
so
soon. But this year for sure is the year of HCW.
A lot. Yeah, y'all gonna see us rise. I mean, I hope we have. I'll lowball. I hope we have 1,000 subscribers by December.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, 1,000 people that like our stuff. But you'll see. We're gonna get into it though. What's up, Justin? What we got? What's the first thing you want to bring up? Because I'm looking at what you have right here on my little black notebook.
So and I remember texting you about it because this happened just a few days ago.
Yeah.
Because this happened because WWE's got a new deal with AAA, and I know AAA's airing on Fox over in Mexico.
Why can't they air on Fox here?
That's
Are we recording? Jesus Christ! It's recording.
Okay, good.
We're good. We're good. I just had like a nightmare scenario.
No, it's the terrible part where it's just the two of us, and it's just like we're praying.
Yeah.
But
got to use the good side of the iPhone 17 Pro Max.
But a part of, and I didn't watch the show, but but the part of it went viral because they showed an AI generated image of Dominic because he's the AAA world champion, I believe, mega champion.
It's mega champion,
right? And he also has the WWE Intercontinental belt.
Yeah. Does he still?
Yeah.
Man,
he got 2 belts.
Yo, I'm so sorry. I got 3 kids, bro. My bad.
But the photo that they showed on the show has him with 2 belts.
Yeah.
And most of them are just it's AI generated, so it's a homogeneous blob of stuff.
Yeah.
But the belt he's wearing is very clearly has the AEW logo on it.
You know what's crazy about that? It's like they can't keep getting away with this. It's like I'm not even getting paid, right? And I use AI to help me do stuff. And I would never let a mistake so egregious slip through the cracks like that. Like, buddy, you guys are getting paid for this. And nobody saw it. Somebody had to see it. Somebody saw it,
care.
And it was probably like too late.
It's because, and that's probably why they're using AI. Like this isn't like small operations. This is millions of dollars floating around between these 2 companies.
Don't you have
and you don't have a graphics department?
That's what I'm saying. Where's the graphics department? Where's the animators?
And then not only that, on top of you AI generating it, not a single person before this aired noticed
somebody
or just didn't care.
Somebody saw it. Somebody was mad that day. somebody was mad at their boss.
It was just like, all right,
They
that's how I get
saw
back
it,
at them.
and they were like, "Oh, you're not gonna notice? Okay."
Okay. And that's what, and I do, maybe that's where, because I cannot believe
I can't either.
that not a single just didn't know it. I can believe it because in this age of AI that we're in right now, there's a lot of laziness that comes with it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's it's a cost cutting thing.
Yeah.
So I can believe that side of it. But no, this almost feels intentional.
I don't think this is the first time that something like this has happened though, because I'm pretty sure that either over the summer there was something else that was kind of snuffed out, or people started kind of noticing like, hey, like this stuff looks a little funky.
Right.
This is AI, and for a company that, granted it was on the AAA show, but for a parent company,
right?
Let's call WWE the parent.
Yeah, because they own AAA now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a parent company that has been so far and above, like head and shoulders past the rest, even just in like TV production itself.
Right.
Like WWE, I feel like has always been kind of in its own tier when it comes to creating video packages and emotions. Like the NFL can't touch them, Major League Baseball can't touch them, the World Cup, where even when every 4 years the World Cup can't even touch like a third match of WrestleMania video package that's 2 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of surprising that stuff like this is starting to kind of fall through the cracks.
It was one of those things when I saw it happen, I was both completely not shocked whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I was also just like, what are you doing?
What's that word that there's a guy that came up with the word? The guy that came up with the word.
Right.
Excuse my French. He calls it the enshittification.
No, yeah, like and that's kind of what AI has created now in the content space.
You making stuff worse in order to make more money.
Right, and that's like the whole, AI can be a very useful tool in some scenarios.
Yeah.
But when it starts replacing your art department.
You heard that? My stomach was growling.
It's got 8 in the morning.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Ow. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
But yeah, AI can be this very useful tool.
Yeah.
In the right circumstances.
Like in the circumstances of HCW.
Yeah, well, and when you get to the point where you're just fully generating things because you don't want to hire artists or this will be faster, but it's not, because it's not faster because then it creates these kinds of mistakes that an artist has to go in and fix. And you know what could have replaced that to begin with? Just hiring the person to begin with that has to fix it.
You know how many people like just make YouTube videos that are like really awesome that would almost do it dang near for free? Yeah.
Well, not only that, it was crazy. There was one study that came out in the video game space. Video games are getting hit real hard with AI.
Yeah.
And I think it was either like EA or one of the other big video game companies that all of their AI implementations were actually creating more work because it was creating more mistakes for everyone to fix. And like and I think we're going to start seeing more of that as AI becomes more prevalent, and even OpenAI is already projected to like go broke by 2027. So like the AI bubble's about to burst. Yeah. It just is.
And the thing with AI that I think a lot of people don't realize is that it's actually not smart. It's kind of disguised to be self-thinking, but it's really not. It can't create anything that it hasn't already seen.
Right.
And it can't calculate anything that it hasn't already been taught. It has to kind of be fed every ounce of information that it gives back to you. The only thing is that it processes questions and probable answers so quickly, but it's not without mistakes. and that's kind of what's going on right now.
And what probably happened here is they used a program like Gemini or Sora or one of the other whatever the big thing that was probably fed just a bunch of generic wrestling stuff from across everything. And because they didn't specify the exact thing too is you have to be ultra specific in what you generate, or otherwise it's just gonna pull random shit. And then you have stuff like this where Dominic Mysterio is apparently the AEW Men's World Champion. I missed that episode, but I guess it happened.
It's funny because it's kind of like you said. It's if you're not super specific, which is what I've learned. When I sit down and I'm working on things, right? I do use an AI, but I feed it all of my specific ideas, and then I sit there and just tune it,
right?
Until it gives me the right. Like it takes hours just to kind of get one thing across. But the reason that I use it is because when I am working on it, my goal is to have kind of the correct grammar, punctuation, things like that. Have like the perfect overall formula. There's just some things that it does do really, really well that I don't. And I think that's what it's good for. But when you're just using it just to create an entire animation for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, it's
not only that, it's like your AI generating a photo of Dominic Mysterio with 2 belts. You already just didn't have a photo.
With 2 belts.
Yeah, with 2 belts.
It's kind of funny. You could literally go on Canva and put it through like a cartoon filter, and then that add like a slow breathe effect to it.
Like there's already an easy way to do this, and they just chose the easiest way.
And when I tell you that would take literally 90 seconds to accomplish,
right?
Oh, they probably sat there talking to the AI, and the AI generated it, and then they had to tweak something, and then they just completely missed that part.
Yep.
There's no way that somebody missed that, dude. Maybe it's just to get us to talk about it.
And that's
Maybe they were like, this will be a topic. Wrestling's all about views and clicks.
Yeah, that's all it is. Even though
I don't know, man.
It makes me feel like this company thinks they're playing like 5D chess, where it's just like, no, now they're talking about, no, we're just making fun of you.
Yeah,
and if that's what you want.
No, Justin, we're laughing with them, dude, because, No,
we're laughing at them.
No.
You're not about to get me out of this ticket, damn it. Stop it.
Next topic. Much as I poop on Triple H, for justified reasons, I don't want to be banned. Dang, I want to be able to get in there a little bit, rub some elbows.
This episode brought you by the WWE State Media Department.
State Media Department is crazy. No, we're WWE. We're gonna be WWE ID podcast.
We're the Prospect podcast. No, and then we can get nominated for best podcast at the Golden Globes before a wrestling match, and then Paul Heyman loses his shit.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? At least we'd all be driving freaking Teslas at that point, I guess. We'll catch up to Sohail. We'll all pull up in our Teslas, our self-charging Elon cars. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're probably gonna pull up in like a Polestar or something.
Whatever.
Like, screw Elon. That's how you feel. Justin, let's move on to the next topic. I think we can roll straight into the next thing. It's just giggle.
Yeah, you know how you don't want us to make fun of Triple H, but I was on.
I like Triple H, man. I know y'all go think this is crazy based on the last 7 episodes. I actually like Triple H. That's why I'm so critical, because I want him to succeed. I got a lot of respect.
Right.
I got a lot of respect for the man and what he's been able to accomplish. And, I don't think like it's been spectacular, and I do think there have been like some moments of really, really poor writing. But
Yeah.
like when it bangs, it's the 4th of July. Like it's really good. And that's kind of, we didn't really have that with Vince. You know, that's kind of the thing. Like,
That is well, I'll give him this.
Yeah.
When I watched Mania 40, 2 years ago now, that was a great show.
yeah. You had to add that was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You're specifically taking that dig?
I was more just realize I keep forgetting it's 2026, so I have to remind myself.
Yeah. 2023 was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to feel like that again. That was a fun show.
Well, we might feel like that if the if the rumored main events of WrestleMania do take place.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have you seen? So Drew won the title.
Yeah.
So everybody's thinking that it will be Cody versus Drew. Apparently, Triple H had an inkling that if they did Roman versus Cody for a third out of 4 years, that there would be some fan fatigue. And I'm like, y'all didn't think about that when you decided to go back to Vegas for the second year in a row? Anyways, so now
Speaking of Mania at Vegas,
so now Drew has a title, and if it's Cody versus Drew in the main event, that's fun enough. I love that, but there's also apparently possibility of Drew versus Cody versus Jacob Fatu.
okay,
And Jesus have mercy.
that could be fun. Because they don't really like doing triple threats at Mania.
You remember what Big E said about big man with big muscles and big chest bumping meat? You remember WrestleMania 39 when it was Drew versus Gunther versus Sheamus?
That was a fun match.
I feel like Cody's a little bit smaller, but I feel like this will be more
He's
of the
bigger
same.
than he used to be.
Well, yeah.
He got big titties. He tore one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's just, that's just
Yeah.
to have it. The man tore a titty. That's how big they are.
Justin, come on, man. You turned into so hell.
I gotta bring that energy. Someone's gotta do it.
I appreciate it. Jesus have mercy. How many times can you say the word? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be.
That'd be a fun. I think that could be a fun. Those two guys alone, I think, would produce a good to great match. Those three, I think, would produce a good to great match.
And what I like about it is I don't see a world where there's any outside interference necessary. And how many WrestleManias has it been since we've had outside interference? It's been what, 1, 2 now?
Yeah.
41 and 40 both main events had interference. 39, I mean, Paul Heyman was at ringside.
Yeah.
But I don't really count that as too much interference because it's, I don't know. But like, when we're talking about fan fatigue, interference constantly in every single WrestleMania main event is just going to lead you to be like, because the things I remember being great, right, during a WrestleMania main event, the first WrestleMania I watched was 28. And you had The Rock versus John Cena, and that was just them one-on-one in a wrestling match. And that match was so much fun. There's no interference. All the shenanigans, Cena being a move thief, and The Rock kind of baiting him back into it, realizing he's like, oh, you can use my stuff? All right. I'm going to let you try to think you about to hit this on me and hit you with that rock bottom. That was an awesome ending. I crave a good ending to a WrestleMania without any outside interference. It's not always necessary. It's kind of how I feel. And I think if they went with Fatu and Drew and Cody, they really could accomplish that. Mm-hmm. Do I have a lot of faith that they won't accomplish that? I don't know, because a triple threat means you literally couldn't do anything. So it kind of would open the door for that. But if we get that straight up Cody versus Drew match, then it really opens the door for there to be no outside interference, so long as the chapter with Jacob and Drew is kind of closed off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we'll see what happens when we get there. But I will hope for the triple threat. I think I think that's really intriguing. I'm a sucker for a good triple threat match, though. So
It's been a minute since we've had one. I think
Yeah.
I think Roman, Edge, and Bryan was the last
stack.
one.
Yeah, the stack.
So it's been a
Roman
few
Reigns
years.
stacked 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
That was a great match. Don't do it. I see it in your eyes. I see the light leaving. That was a good match.
It's a good match. I mean,
you just hate.
they both lost so hard. They both went to a different company, but
it took over a year for Edge to come over.
that's true.
Like, he didn't just leave because of that, you know.
Bryan basically did, but
Brian was gone. Brian was already.
I think he
like,
wrestled
oh,
one more match. Also, I think his last match was him and Rowan on SmackDown. That sounds right.
on a SmackDown's crazy.
And then Edge
Was that really on a SmackDown?
I believe so,
That was during my lull point, so I don't know.
because we were still in the Thunderdome era.
God.
It's all hazy in there.
Speaking of Thunderdome, okay, have you seen the progress on this Royal Rumble stadium situation?
I've only seen last week's progress, which was still not much.
Okay, it's starting to look really nice.
Okay.
Like they
Working triple shifts?
Leave Muhammad alone. And so they got
I'm gonna get beheaded next.
they got that. No, they're just gonna get poisoned with chloroform at the airport. There's chairs.
Okay.
And they're now like individual seats, and it looks like there's like screens that are gonna go up in the back corners. It's like a pretty big outdoor situation.
Show me a man installing a toilet main, and then we'll
I know.
then we'll see progress.
I know. It's like I said last week. It's probably gonna be a row of porta potty, or based on how nice it looks, actually. So, I pulled up to some events where you have those. There's like a bathroom trucks now.
So it's why I only know those exist now because there was an episode of Abbott Elementary this season that had those.
My wife
And I
loves that show.
was
We've
just
been
like,
watching that show.
I was just like, oh, those are real.
Yeah, and they're really nice actually. Like you go in, you're like,
All right, so it's the Saudi government, so they'll just have a row of those. All right,
and then you gotta have like the food trucks. What do they eat in Saudi Arabia? Falafel. They
probably.
eat that. Halal foods, of course. So you have the halal food trucks pull up. Bunch of kebabs and stuff like that. I think it was gonna be a good time. But apparently this is happening because there's supposed to be a soccer match at the stadium on the same day.
So from what I heard is all of the traditional arenas were already booked this month. And because they booked this like 2 years in advance, and it was like an oversight error. So rather than just delay a thing, it's let's just build a whole new stadium.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, they'll use it.
It's not the first time WWE has done such a thing. So I mean, it's not out of the ordinary.
It does. I think it tells me. I think this is them preparing because Mania next year's in Saudi. That they're just going to expand off this thing, and then
No, they're not. There's
no, but I think they're going to blow it up and then build a bigger one.
No. There's several. So what you're missing is Saudi Arabia's hosting the World Cup in 2034, and they're building several stadiums. And there's actually one stadium. I think is it King Fahd Stadium in Riyadh, or it's early for me. My brain is not processing if this is a new stadium or another. I think King Fahd Stadium is being renovated and it'll hold 90,000 people.
Gotcha.
And that renovation is supposed to be done sometime this year.
Gotcha.
So that's where the whole WrestleMania will be hosted.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, because they're going to be their priority next year is WrestleMania. Yeah, they spent $150 million just to be able to have it over there, which even is against. It seems like there were people inside WWE that were like, I don't know, because of the American fan base taking that event outside of the continent is kind of wishy-washy thing. But Saudi just threw so much money at them. It's like we could talk crap about it all we wanted, but if we're in that position as executives, everybody here got a family to feed.
It's a lot of money.
We got a lot of work, a lot of people that's paying a gigantic portion of debt, and salaries amongst WWE, UFC, PBR, it's kind of a no-brainer. You take that deal every single time. You know, when we're talking about just from a business side of it.
Right.
But I think that they'll just move it into the 90,000 seat, and then they'll have as many seats on the floor as they possibly can. I don't expect that the WrestleMania and the production of it, WrestleMania 43, wouldn't be anything short of spectacular. Mm-hmm. I think that given the setting and given Saudi Arabia's desire to present their openness, to Western culture on a world stage, there will be no expense. But everybody's gonna have some pyro, some kind of something.
Yeah.
There's drone shows. It's gonna be probably one of the best, visually, one of the best WrestleManias that we ever seen. You know, if not the best up to that point. Like it's gonna be pretty. There's no way it's not, because they're putting just way too much into it for it to fail. And I don't think Triple H, knowing he does kind of have a finger on the pulse. He's just a bit of a boomer. But I don't think he will short any of his best ideas and creative,
Right.
Leading into that particularly. But what I'm glad about is that 42 does not feel like it's going to be a filler mania, just leading into 43. So we didn't even get to the actual point of this.
Yeah, we had a whole side bar.
But yeah, like that. No, I think the Royal Rumble progress is kind of cool. That little pop up. I think they, of course, there was a Thunderdome, and then people were saying that they built for WrestleMania 9, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case because Caesar's Palace has hosted other sporting events back then, and I'm wondering, like, was that arena already just kind of there, or was it like a pop-up that Caesar's Palace would do multiple times for different, like a boxing event or things like that?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I didn't do the research on that, but I'm not so sure that the Caesar's Palace WrestleMania was uniquely just a pop-up arena that only happened for WWE within that time frame. I think they did it for something else too, because I think there was a boxing match that took place in that exact same spot where a guy parachuted into it, and then I think it might also been the same one that Tupac got shot directly after or something like that. So, like I said, I don't know that much about the 90s. I wasn't there. But yeah. So Royal Rumble, I think, is gonna be a lot of fun. And at Royal Rumble, we got a confirmed match last night on Raw. AJ Styles versus Gunther. Or so, am I supposed to be saying Gunther? Like, I'm not sure, but AJ Styles versus Gunther. Always be Walter to me. Don't even play around. And AJ Styles is putting his
career on the
line in January. And I'm like, we knew he was going to retire this year, but like, good grief. That's 31 days into the year, man. Like, what are we doing?
All right, so I got a tangent on this.
He about to go on a tangent, y'all.
I think this is the stupidest idea
Jesus, Justin.
to do. No, because here.
Look at how he done got leaned up.
So you have two outcomes.
Yeah.
Either AJ Styles is losing in January.
Yeah.
And ending his career. Mm-hmm. Or Gunther is next pay-per-view is going to end in a loss. So you're either ending the AJ Styles retirement early, or you're killing the momentum immediately. Mm-hmm. Gunther should not be eating pins yet. Like, at all. On pay-per-views. Like, at all. You need to be... This man should be built as the biggest threat in the locker room.
Yeah.
And now you've pigeonholed yourself and put yourself in a corner in this to where either AJ Styles is retiring early or Gunther's going to look like a geek.
Okay.
And I'm sure the match will be good, but the finish is going to be terrible.
What if?
And I think as soon as I heard they added that stipulation, that you're telling me, but I forget. I should just shut up and watch the show.
Just enjoy the show. Did you enjoy the show? Just watch the show. And honestly, I kind of agree with that sentiment here. I know you're about to hate me.
No, go ahead.
I see it in you. I see the light leaving your eye. Camera folks, look at his eyes. I see the light leaving his eyes. Look at him, just looking.
Yeah.
Okay. What if there's not a finish? What if neither guy loses?
Okay.
What if there's some type of interference that happens, right? What if someone is returning to WWE and it's like, oh, they are in Saudi Arabia and the swerve is that they're going to be in the Royal Rumble, but that's not the case. And they pull up on Gunther, right? Maybe I don't know. I can't figure this out, and I like that. It's a little bit unpredictable, and I like that. I don't think Gunther losing to AJ Styles here makes him look like a geek. I've been thinking Gunther needs to lose to somebody because that makes him more of a monster. It gives him a reason to be aggressive. Mm-hmm. Gunther with a loss on his mind, that's a crazy man. He might be burning down people's houses, choking kids. Actually, we shouldn't talk about choking kids because somebody actually did that. But yeah, but I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. 2007, but no, we're not gonna forget. But like, Gunther could be doing some nasty stuff, man. Holding people's wives hostage. I want that '09 Randy Orton action, bro. Like, give me something. Give me some engagement. You know what I love? Look, it's coming. Here we go. You know what I absolutely love? I love a good home invasion angle. I do. I like when someone goes to somebody's house and they just start fighting in the living room. I want Gunther to go to Georgia. AJ Styles live in Georgia, right? It's gotta be Georgia. There's no way he don't live in Georgia.
Yeah,
or Florida. Maybe he lives at the Florida-Georgia line like a real redneck. Like, I need AJ Styles to pull up on Gunther's bus, while Gunther's cooking, because that's his hobby, cooking. And I just want to see somebody fight if somebody else. Can we fight at McDonald's, please? Like, I know neither one of them got a reason to be at McDonald's looking the way they do, but like, can we have somebody fight in the McDonald's parking lot, fight at Chick-fil-A on a Sunday, fight in the grocery store? How about Gunther is enjoying some time in the library reading a book, and AJ Styles just pull up on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some outside of the arena action. Throw somebody in the Mississippi River or something. Like, I would love that. Forget the match. The match is gonna be great. The match is gonna be fine. I don't know who's gonna win or what's gonna happen there. I don't think that AJ Styles will retire in January in Saudi Arabia of all places, but like, I think the lead-in could be interesting. We could get some good stuff out of this, Justin. I need you to have a little faith in Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Ryan Ward.
I hear you.
No, you don't.
That's
the first three words somebody says when they don't want to hear it.
No,
I hear you.
I don't think WWE in 2026 has the balls to pull the angle you're pitching to me.
Why not?
I don't think they have it anymore. Hunter, I don't think you have it anymore.
Is this a challenge?
I am challenging this man, this bald-headed fraud.
Is he gonna care?
No, because we're critics, and he don't like our opinion. So
I wouldn't be critical if I didn't love it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be critical if I wasn't a fan, and I wouldn't be critical if I didn't support you. If I didn't care, I just wouldn't watch. Fans are critics, even if they don't say much.
Yeah,
it's critical. You see that metadata, you're gonna see some critics.
But we'll see. I'm sure it's gonna be a great match regardless because it's AJ Styles and Gunther.
Yeah, just just slapping meat. Just
It's just like the match itself is going to be great.
I want AJ Styles to just have a purple chest after this match. You know, I just want to hear some gunshots. Just pow. You know, I mean, see, here's the thing. Gunther doesn't do chops like he used to. Because, man, I used to pull up to them indie shows. When he was Walter, he had a little bit more weight on him, boy.
And hit some people.
Hey, in 2018, y'all, he wrestled this Japanese fella. And I'm going to find that man's name. He wrestled this Japanese dude at Evolve 81. And I was sitting front row on the corner. Had dapped up Matt Riddle and everything. That's back before Matt Riddle decided to
Be a weirdo.
yeah. And man, it wasn't the first time I saw Walter at the time, but God have mercy. Him in the strong style match, just unloading chops on just the like most tank looking human being you could find.
Yeah.
It was like ear piercing, man. It was so loud. And like I remember I'm like, that man is not selling. He is reacting right now.
Right.
Like that's pain. That's pain if I ever saw pain, because a chop is terrible. Chops are awful. But yeah. That's kind of I don't even remember where we were at, but I just thought of that.
Yep.
You don't have faith.
We'll see.
The light's gone. Look into his eyes.
I lost faith.
He
in
won't
this.
even look into the camera lens.
I lost faith in this company years ago.
It's okay. It'll come back.
I hope
You'll get
so.
a glimmer of hope like WrestleMania 40.
That was my most like, all right, you know what, everyone told me, it's like, no, like this is gonna be the moment.
And it was.
And then it was.
Yeah.
That's the only moment so far I've seen.
Before that, when was the last time you felt that magic? Don't you dare say WrestleMania 30.
SummerSlam 2016.
And now who was it? Who was
It
that?
was when Finn Balor won, and then Seth had to
that was
rip his shoulder, and
Oh yeah.
the light died.
Yeah, back when Bret Hart was on Seth Rollins' head.
And then I felt it then, and then that quickly died because all the momentum, and they never.
But Finn brought back the old theme song, no?
That
And
was
they had
not.
a banger.
Yes, that is one thing because I originally, because the last time it was just me and you on the podcast, I was dunking on them because
Yeah.
they proclaimed Finn Balor's year was going to be 2026, and then
Yeah.
proceeded to not be on the first Monday Night Raw of the year. But then was on the second Monday Night Raw of the Real. Had a great promo of Punk.
Yeah.
And then now in the main event in the homeland of Ireland, which was a great match. I watched that match this morning.
I didn't. I just heard it was a banger.
And it was a
The national championship game was last night, and it was good. And then I hit the bed, and I was going to sit there and rewatch Raw, and I woke up and it was 2:33 a.m. So
yeah.
It just didn't happen. I watched highlights this morning when I got up.
I watched some highlights and was reading some stuff
I
this
ain't even
morning.
gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna pose. I didn't get to watch all of Raw.
But I did. Yeah, I watched that, and it was a really good match.
Yeah.
Besides Finn losing another singles match, I even read Finn hasn't had like a singles win since 2024.
We can't all be winners. It's okay.
Yeah,
I bet the check cleared.
yeah. It's What's crazy, man? Here's the crazy thing about Finn, though, too. That this man has the physique of a man like 10 years younger than he actually is.
Yeah.
And so it's just like
That's
put
because
a
when he
belt
goes
on
to
it.
the grocery store, he only eats the outer wall. He doesn't eat in the
This
aisles.
man hasn't had a carb since 2006.
Yeah, what the hell are carbs? I wish I had that kind of discipline. It'd be over with.
No, you need carbs.
Yeah.
Your brain runs on glucose.
Apparently not.
But Finn made it
No
work.
carbs and a bunch of alpha brain. Can you still get alpha brain? And you're good.
But yeah, it was great.
Finn Balor
they
eating
still-
rice is probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. 5. 5 grains of rice. It reminds me of Tom Brady. The story about how Tom Brady's so disciplined with his food, he would go back and get like just a couple of chicken wingettes, and like he would just like eat those and leave, just at the wing bar. Could not be me, brother. I'm taking down 16 wings right there, in one standing.
You ever
Give me three of them ribeyes.
you ever see Christian Bale's diet? It was when he does a movie called The Machinist, and he's really skinny in that movie.
Oh yeah.
It was his diet was black coffee and apple and cigarettes.
Jesus.
And then 6 months later, he had to gain 180 pounds to be Batman. That's why his liver is like dying right now.
But the check cleared.
Yeah, the check cleared.
Yep.
His liver didn't, but the check
Well,
cleared.
You know,
You can get it. You buy a new liver.
win some, lose some. Yeah, they'll ship one in from Tijuana. It'll get there quick and fresh. Maybe still pumping.
Where were we at?
This is why you need to be in that chair. Honestly, like how long have we been recording?
We
We
blew.
are 41 minutes deep.
Oh yeah, we're making good time.
Yeah,
we blow through all our segments.
we got another solid 30, 40 minutes.
All right, cool.
If we want. But we didn't even actually go back to point number 2. We jumped to point number 3
There you go.
because it just flowed well. But this is something that you told me you wanted to talk about because it seems like you just discovered this.
Yeah, so there was a clip that going as we were talking about being critical of this company. Apparently, this was going around on Twitter over the weekend, and I didn't realize this was an old clip, but it was a clip. It was an interview with Rosenberg.
Would you say you're out of touch?
Yeah, maybe.
Fingers not on the pulse.
But even Dave retweeted it, so that's how I figured it was new.
Yeah.
But it was Dave just commenting on it again.
Yeah. Dave.
But yeah, it was an interview.
We're gonna put it into that. We're gonna put it into Dave getting all the say. We are going to put the opinions and ratings in your hands in 2026, starting with WrestleMania 41. You'll see a little bit more about what that'll mean moving forward, but no longer will we.
What should be WrestleMania 42? 41 was last year.
Starting with WrestleMania 42, no longer will everyone just have to be at the mercy of debating if Dave is right or if this person's right. You guys are going to vote in your own little Rotten Tomatoes system for professional wrestling. We'll get a little bit more into that in a couple months, but just for the tens that see this at this point in the video, get a little excited because it's going to be our way of taking that out of certain people's hands and letting the public have the say of what actually was good and what was not. So I don't know if Hunter is gonna like it very much, but hopefully he respects it.
Well, because Hunter.
It's gonna make every fan a critic.
Yeah, and Hunter has said, "Fuck being a critic, be a fan."
Yep.
Which apparently was from last year. But
It was. And you said that was a Rosenberg interview, so
But
it's a fake interview.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
the WWE state media.
Yeah, that's a state interview. Yeah. Rosenberg's in there.
It was crazy. I didn't realize it until I saw the background. I was like, oh, wasn't that last year's Mania Vegas logo? It was. But
And proceeded to write like a terrible main event to that WrestleMania.
and
So it's kind of hilarious.
And not only,
I don't know if that was before or after the main
it was probably for the lead up.
But
I
yeah.
couldn't find the full interview, but I saw that clip, and it was just, I think it's the personification of just everything that annoys me with this company.
Yeah.
And
A lot of things annoy Justin.
and the narrative that they just keep pushing for the past few years.
And that narrative being?
It's just like, oh, we don't want to listen to critics.
Yeah.
You want to listen to fans. You don't want to listen to fans either.
It's very MAGA coded.
But also,
Not to get political.
but it's also, you don't want to listen to the fans anyways.
Yeah.
So who are you listening to?
themselves.
Yeah.
They live in their own little bubble.
They live in their own little circle jerk, and they applaud each other.
They live in a what?
But then
It's this big. How big is yours?
I just like they keep pushing this narrative like, oh, we're the fan company. We just want the fans to like us. And like
But then
the fan but like
fans. If no, hold on. If you're the fan company, let me ask you a question. Dang, I'm really starting to get there, huh? If you're the fan company, then why 2 years in a row? Because I didn't forget. Why when WrestleMania was going to Minnesota, where fans could afford to go and take that trip and make the most out of it, in a place where all the money's going to you, because the only other thing up there is 1,000 lakes in the Mall of America. But you go to Las Vegas for the money, understandable, but you pull the rug out from Minnesota, who's very excited about it. And then the very next year, you did the exact thing to New Orleans, which is, I don't know if too many people know. I'm sure people that watch on TV are like, oh, there you go to New Orleans again. And listen, dog, New Orleans is the greatest city to host any sporting event in. Everything is within literally a 20 to 30 minute max walk. And when I say that, it takes about 12 minutes to walk from the Superdome and the arena that's next to the Superdome to Bourbon Street. It's going to take about that much time to get to any of your hotels, anything else, walking. You get to the Montreal Convention Center, 15-minute walk. It's straight down Poitras. So you're talking about fans and caring about fans. Ain't nobody spending money on Uber in New Orleans. So guess what? You about to get all that extra money. They said, oh, you can't make the same money in New Orleans. Yeah, you can. You got all kind of different stuff. You got places you could go. If you want to run all them side events, all them nightclub events, you rent Bourbon Street out. I'm sure all those businesses and all them nightclubs be happy to be rented out. You rent out the comedy clubs, all that stuff. You got the Montreal Convention Center, which is gigantic. You could literally rent out Mardi Gras World if you wanted to, which is right next to the convention center. There's a whole lot of places to do things in that time. You can do things at the riverfront. There's everything that you did in Las Vegas, you could do in New Orleans with better food.
maybe cheaper.
Yeah, New Orleans is a cheaper city than Vegas overall. And you got a little bit of, you still got the gambling aspect. People can go to casino, do whatever they want like that. But I don't know. It just, this just rubbed me the wrong way so hard. It really has. But, that's not what this episode is about. I'm not going to keep going on a tangent. But I will go on the same tangent in the next episode when we get back for the Royal Rumble prediction. Somehow it will circle back to this.
It'll always lead back to that.
Because I am going to be reminded a lot over the next 3 months that WrestleMania 42, all I had to do was take an hour and 15-minute plane ride and, go stay at a family member's house.
Yeah.
And now the prospect is much, much, much more expensive than that for me.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see if I pull up in Vegas or if I'm be, here with the boys. So back to our regular scheduled programming.
I feel like I had a point. Hold on. You went on the sidebar.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I did cut it off, didn't
I just, if you're, I think my overall consensus is if you're going to proclaim no one should be critical, then I think you should respect the fans a bit more, and they're not doing that either. So Why? And also, like, and there was a point I was listening. I was catching like a YouTube clip from one of Dave's shows.
Yeah.
And I do kind of believe this point where it's just like this idea that fans showing up to these shows are probably going to cheer regardless because of how much more money they're spending to be at these shows.
Yeah.
To where you're telling yourself you enjoyed it. Because, well, it cost me $500, so I should just enjoy myself.
And you should.
And you should.
If
but,
you were willing to spend $500, that means you are going to enjoy yourself.
But my counter to that, and it's appropriate. I'm a big St. Louis Blues fan.
Right.
One of the most inconsistent teams in the NHL.
Yeah.
I spend $40 a ticket to go to Enterprise. I'm having fun regardless.
Yeah.
Because hockey's great and the Blues are fun to watch.
Yeah.
Regardless, win or lose. And all I had to do was spend $40.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not that critical of the Blues.
Yeah.
Not a horribly managed team in
Yeah.
the NHL, but not a great managed team in the NHL.
Are you not that critical because you already know walking into it what you're getting?
No, because I think the point is you don't know what you get with the St. Louis Blues.
Okay.
You don't know if you're winning or losing because we're kind of 50-50 right now in the league.
I see.
But it's a fun experience. And like, yes, wrestling is a fun experience,
Yeah.
but when you're paying, like, when I was looking at tickets for SmackDown for Enterprise, and literally the same, so it's crazy. I was looking at the same section I usually buy for Blues games, which usually costs me, depending on what row, like $40 to $60.
What section is that?
It's like 326.
That's a good section.
Yeah.
It's like top center.
Yeah, but yeah, I pay $40-$60 on Blues games, depending on the game, and when I buy them. That same section for SmackDown, $200.
Yeah, you just gotta wait.
And that's like we're still a few months out, but still, like I gotta pay so much more
Yeah.
for probably a less appealing experience.
Well,
Because they also SmackDown's 3 hours now?
Yeah.
And there's gonna be 4 matches and some promos and ad breaks.
bunch of ads.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, like, there's a way for that to be fun. And I think when we went to Backlash, the mistake that I made was buying the tickets when I did, because remember, we were on the corner and I was trying to upgrade it because they had much cheaper tickets literally next to Hard Cam. And they also had tickets, like second row, that they had released for like 600 and something bucks day of. And I knew it. I knew better. I was just a bit impatient. I just wanted to get tickets and move on while I had the money. But the thing is, like, it has been consistently that I've seen is, like, if you wait to buy tickets, once they wrap production that morning and they start putting out tickets, they put out dirt cheap tickets, man. I sat front row at SmackDown, front row, dead center, section E, row 1, seat 10, right in the middle. In July 2023. And I bought that ticket 2 hours before showtime. And they released them about 2 hours before showtime. And after taxes and fees, I paid $149 for that ticket. And that section tends to be kind of the traditional family and friends section. So, they kind of hold off on that because if people want comps and things like that, that's where they're going to sit.
Right.
That's where they're going to sit the folks. Unless you're Nick Conner, you get that corner seat. He's such a mark. I love that. I like that. I know. I see what you're doing with that corner seat. You can see the entrances and you can see the ring. Like, I do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I feel that. But that's the same thing that we just need to do for moving forward.
But
if we're buying tickets.
But I think that, like, that whole thing of, like, it turning a game into when to buy tickets and all of that. Like it's like because they do the same thing. Like there's like YouTube channels for like Disney trips and like that's ridiculous.
You should be able to just buy it.
You should just be able like this idea. You got to wake up at this time at this day, and at this hour. That's when you get the cheapest fast pass for Galaxy's Edge.
But they're not thinking about that though.
That's so stupid. And then whenever I say this, people think like, no, Justin, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's stupid. You live in a stupid reality. I have never once done that for AEW shows. Because tickets are so cheap. I'll just be like, oh, that looks like a fun card on that show.
Yeah.
How much ticket? $50 for this section? All right, I'll spend that. And then the group of friends with, this is what you owe me, and here's all your tickets. What a concept! And then it's just like, now for WWE, it's just like, should we buy tickets yet?
It's a science.
Let's wait a week. Yeah. Then in that week, should we buy them yet? It's like buying stock. It's like, do we buy it? Do we buy or sell yet? How's the market look? How's the market look on how's the market look on the ticket map at Enterprise? I've never had to do that for Blues games. How's the market look for just buy the damn ticket?
There's your dynamic pricing. You know
oh my God.
SeatGeek, I need y'all to do me a favor. SeatGeek, please step up to WWE and be like, let's be your official ticket partner. Because SeatGeek doesn't have dynamic pricing.
Yeah.
And man, you know how the easiest experience, I bought 8 WrestleMania tickets. The easiest experience that I ever had buying a WrestleMania ticket was WrestleMania 38. Because SeatGeek has just a very easy, clean interface, a simple map. You go on there, you zoom in, you can see all the different, before Ticketmaster did it, SeatGeek had every seat numbered on the aisles. I went there, I said, I'm looking for an aisle seat. I zoomed in, I found an aisle seat halfway between the stage and the ring on the 5th row up on the plaza level in the club section at the AT&T Stadium. That same seat was available for 2 nights in a row. So I bought 2 single night tickets in the exact same seat, $276 after taxes and fees each.
Yeah.
And it was easy. Now, those same seats right now would be about, per night, it'd be about 7, 8, which, given that the current hype of WWE, which has died down a little bit, like that was 2022, it's 2026. I might get crucified for saying this. I find it justifiable for 2 nights of WrestleMania to cost you $1,500 per ticket for a good seat in a good spot. I really do. Now, do I find it reasonable for it to cost $16,000 a night to sit second row? No. Would I find it reasonable for it to cost $5,000 a night to sit second row? Absolutely. But that's just me. I'm not paying it, but I don't think that's an unreasonable price for sitting and in a premium seat at a premium night of professional wrestling in a ticket that everybody wants to have. I don't think that those prices would necessarily be robbing people. When they had their 30% off sale a couple weeks ago, and I almost bit. The same tickets that I'm talking about, you get a 2-night combo of $700, but it was $750 after tax and fees and all that. But I realized one thing. I was like, well, and I was like, dang, I could use that Klarna or whatever on there, and I actually have used it for a couple. I used to be so against it. But then I realized, I'm like, well, the payments are so low. I'm like, it's just basically using house money at that point to buy anything. So why would I just pay? I got 3 kids. Why would I pay for anything outright if they're going to let me pay $12 a month for 12 months type of deal? So I used to vehemently be against that service, but I actually think if you're smart and you don't use it for everything, it can be kind of a beneficial thing to do. I almost bit, but it wasn't where I wanted to sit. That's kind of the same thing where you realize it's like, what's the market look like? Well, the seat map on the dang hard cam side hasn't even been opened up.
Yeah.
You know, and the best visual experience of WrestleMania that I've had would be from the hard cam side when I was at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando. Those are great seats. We were like one section over from the hard cam, and like down kind of leveled with where that guy was sitting.
Yeah.
And it was just pretty visual from that side of the stadium. So I would prefer to be over there if I were to follow through with going there, which I don't know I will. But yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of variables in there.
I just think also at what point are the cheap seats not cheap anymore? And at what point do we still call them cheap seats?
But okay, but it's like 360, right? After taxes, or 360 or 370 per night. And like I can be fed up and all that stuff, but like here's my view of that. Right? When Vince was around, it was $35 and you got in the building behind the stage or just at the top corners of WrestleMania, and that's cool. But let's look at the value of that event itself. Even under Vince, in the last 3 years of his tenure, there should not have been a ticket to get in the stadium under $100. When you really look at it, it was unreasonably cheap. And like I'm glad that it was, because a lot of people got to go and experience it. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but they cheapened it a little bit.
No, and that's WrestleMania though, which I'm like that. Yeah, WrestleMania is going to cost more. It's the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
Talk about like SmackDown, like that's
You should-
SmackDown tickets should not be
Bro.
$200.
You should be able to get into SmackDown for $20.
Yeah, like
Raw too. You should be able to get in the building, even if it's standing room only. You should be $20.
and like even me who, I have no kids. I'm just like that's too expensive, and I could pay that, but it's just not. And then when I got friends who do have kids and they're getting back into wrestling, it's just like, hey, it's like, oh, SmackDown's gonna be in St. Louis. Like, should we go? It's just like, you don't want to pay that price.
Yeah, I gotta
You
pull out
don't.
the.
You
yeah,
do not.
I gotta pull out the venture card.
Yeah, it's just
Like, and that's why I have it. But like,
because
good
also
grief.
sitting that high up for hockey versus sitting that high up for wrestling, two different things.
the energy's gone. Up,
Yeah.
up that high at a wrestling show, unless you're at like a Mania or something.
And that's how and I think that's the systemic problem going. Like, yes, WrestleMania tickets are really high this year.
Yeah.
But like the tickets for everything are really high.
Yeah.
Elimination chambers, like the cheapest tickets, like $250 for Elimination Chamber.
And I was like, man,
In Chicago?
But that's what I was saying. I was thinking, me, you, and Rana should just get in the car.
Like,
day
it's
of,
like 4.5.
and go
like,
up. I'm
and
off the weekend.
You know what's crazy too?
Yeah.
I was just looking. The last Blues Blackhawks game is in Chicago in like April,
Yeah.
and I was like, tickets like $50, and like me and my girlfriend were just like, let's drive up to Chicago.
Yeah.
Go to the last Blues Blackhawks game
4
there.
hours.
I'll probably bump into CM Punk there. I'll probably.
Don't he live in LA?
Nah, Punk lives in Chicago. He lives like right next to the
I think
Blackhawks.
they got a house in LA too.
Probably. He probably got a house a lot of places,
Yeah.
but like
That's true.
he's almost every Blackhawks game.
Oh, okay.
And it's like one of the last games of the season.
Yeah.
I'll probably bump into
He
him.
probably hates the Blues.
Oh, he does.
I've never seen, but he probably.
That's a blood feud. The
Blues.
Blues and the Blackhawks. That's a blood feud.
That's like-
I'd be more likely to meet CM Punk at a Blues Blackhawks game than paying to go to Elimination Chamber,
Oh my God.
which would cost me a lot more.
Look, if I was wrestling in my hometown and I was that popular, I'm hiding in the back.
Oh, yeah,
until
for sure.
I come out and then I'm immediately leaving the arena after. I'm not.
That's probably what he is doing.
Yeah, there's no way.
Because he's
you're
probably
getting
gonna walk
swarmed.
home.
Yeah.
Like in a black hoodie and
Yeah.
and
You're
a face mask on.
swarmed.
Yeah.
As soon as the match's up, I'm at the crib. Y'all can come over. We can have some pizza, But I'm at the crib.
I would ask them to install an underground tunnel between the stadium and his
house.
flat.
Like Epstein. Need me an underground tunnel for this.
Not like that, but exactly like that. Yeah.
What? Jesus have mercy. But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't.
We'll see closer. Yeah, we'll see. It's
Tickets are
February.
expensive, but like I think
The drive will be
closer to
cheap,
an event,
and
yeah.
all like gas is cheap right now. So
I would
like,
love to go to Elimination Chamber.
yeah,
I really would.
we'll see. We'll see how the market looks.
Yeah. Maybe we should apply for media and see if they let some chumps in like us. And be like, who are you? Like, oh, your name's on it. Here's your ticket. Go to media booth upstairs. It would be in there like swimwear. Sitting next to Chris Van Vliet. What did he Van Vliet? Dap him up a little bit.
He'd be fun, I imagine.
Oh yeah, he seems like a cool guy. He's actually like one of the few people I actually have never crossed paths with. I feel like I've met a lot of people, but not him.
All right, so is that should we wrap up?
Oh, you done?
I don't know where are we?
Your rant's over with?
Yeah, that was
I was
bad.
just leaving the door open for
No,
you.
that was everything I had for this week.
I think the light has left Justin's eyes this week.
The light.
You want to get back in the production chair?
That's my dark little corner.
That's okay. We'll put you back over there next week when Sohail get back. And next week it's gonna be fun, y'all. Not that this week wasn't fun. That sounded kind of.
Might be less ranty next week.
I really doubt it.
That's also it's Royal Rumble prediction week, so it may probably be more ranty.
But as long as Rana doesn't come back with Montezuma's revenge or something, we're gonna be good. It's gonna be like you said, it's your Royal Rumble predictions episode. By then, that stadium should be finished. We can talk about that a little bit.
Down to the wires when then
Lay our predictions out for the Royal Rumble, and man, like we'll be back to full production. So we'll have the four camera system, and the Justin Cam will be back online. So get ready. It's about to be a hard 3 months for you, buddy. Boy, man, you about to get worked like a dog, boy.
a little bit.
But man, WrestleMania season about to be exciting.
It's a very unpredictable year this year, and those are.
And I love that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, it'll be same time, same place. Well, maybe not same time, because if this episode's done being edited today, maybe we'll put it out a little early for y'all. Maybe you get a bonus.
We'll see. We'll see how quickly I can get it out tonight. But
it should be a dang straight shot. We only went single cam today, so
yeah,
should be fun for you. All he's gonna do is slap HCW Heat off the rope, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then
Export.
Yeah. .mp4.
.mp4.
.wav. We're gonna be all right, y'all. Like I said, roughly same time, same place next week. You'll see Rana back in his chair. We have missed him so much.
I've been keeping it warm for him though.
Yeah. How about us having a whole meeting in what's that app that we have? Telegram?
Yeah.
And him not contributing after I said, please contribute. I would love to know your thoughts of what we are, doing leading into this year and progressing. Crickets. I even saw that he read it, y'all. So if he come
we
back,
checked the receipts.
yeah, if he looked like he got choked out a little bit, that's why. And I know he's gonna be watching the whole episode because he loves watching these episodes from the fan perspective because he doesn't always want to be a critic. So Rana, if you get choked out, I need you to act right next week. I need you to respond to my Telegram messages. They're very important, Mr. Music Curator.
We'll see you next week, folks. Bye.
Wait, you signed out too quick. Hold on. This _ Josh Cage _ at JN Potter 95. If you want to follow Rana, who's not here, he's gonna be at Rana Chudge. Even if you want to follow AK, if you've been tracking since AK came along, what's that? At AK Sanders Slaughter.
Something like that.
All that on Instagram. HCW is at Hot Corner Wrestling on all platforms, including TikTok, which I actually forgot we had and haven't kept up with. I really would rather delete it, but we're here and we're going to perfect this little engine that we have going here over WrestleMania season and leading into 2026. We will see y'all next week.